She shattered the mirror with a calabash. Silence. Only her heartbeat. Only a tear. Only fear. For 3 nights, sleep had abandoned Omalisha. Her nights were now filled with cracking mirrors, bloodless wounds, and the restless whisper of her own stolen reflection. The villagers believed she was merely overwhelmed by the prince's love, but deep within, she knew the spirits had begun to collect their debt. No balm soothed her. No priest's blessing calmed her. Even Prince Obidiegwu's visits, once flattering, now brought only dread. For though she smiled before him, her nights belonged to fear. On the 4th moonless night, she could bear it no more. With trembling feet and bare face, she slipped out of Umuokwe before dawn, covering herself in a dark wrapper. Not as the celebrated maiden, no, as a fugitive fleeing her own deception. She walked toward Uhamiri, where no mortal dared return twice. The forest did not welcome her. Branches leaned in as she passed, leaves shivered though the wind was still, even the ground seemed to echo every step. Thief, thief, thief. At last she reached the lake. Calm, silent, waiting, she fell to her knees. "Adana," she cried, voice cracking through the stillness. "Mother of waters, take back what I took. Free me." The waters stirred. From the black surface, Adana's face surfaced once more, flawless, inhuman, her eyes ancient and unreadable. Omalisha pressed her forehead to the soil. I beg you, I cannot bear it. I return my beauty. Take it." The spirit did not blink. "Return," the voice rippled. "Mortals do not return what is stolen. They pay." Omalisha gasped. "Pay! I have nothing. No gold, no livestock." The spirit cut through her plea like a blade. "We do not ask for wealth. We ask, what will you give in exchange for stolen beauty?" She trembled violently. "My blood? My life?" The waters darkened. "Foolish child, we do not seek to kill you. We seek to unmask you." Omalika's eyes widened. What must I sacrifice?" The answer came like thunder underwater. "Your vanity, your ego, your pride. Stand before your people, reveal your truth. Confess your theft and or come to us beneath the water, forever flawless man and forever forgotten." Omalika's heart collapsed within her chest. Confession meant downfall, shame, laughter, the return of insults she had buried, the death of the queen she had almost become. Silence stretched between mortal and spirit. To remain beautiful, she must die to self. To remain human, she must kill her pride. Her tears dripped into the water. "I cannot," she whispered. "I cannot." Adana's gaze did not soften. "Then prepare," the spirit murmured, fading back into the depths. "For the lake remembers every debt." Omalisha staggered back from the waters, hollow and hunted. She had entered the forest seeking freedom. She emerged knowing she must choose public truth or eternal drowning. The sun stood high over Umuokwe, merciless and bright as villagers gathered in the square. They came in celebration, expecting to witness Omalika's acceptance of the prince's proposal, expecting music, feasts, palm wine, and the rise of a village girl into royalty. But what stepped into the square was not a queen. It was Omalisha, wrapped in plain white cloth. No beads, no anklets, no paint. Her eyes were hollow from sleepless nights, yet steady with something the villagers had never seen in her before. Resolve. Elders turned, children whispered. The prince took a step forward, confused. "O Malicia," he spoke softly, "why are you dressed for mourning?" She did not answer him. She faced the crowd, the same faces that once mocked her flaws, then worshipped her perfection, and her hands began to tremble. The confession. "I have a truth," she said, her voice thin but unbreaking, "a truth that I have buried beneath stolen beauty." Murmurs rose. She raised her chin, tears burning behind her lids. "I was not born with this face. I took it. I walked into forbidden waters. I bargained with spirits. I deceived you all." Gasps shattered the silence. Some maidens covered their mouths, mothers clutched their wrappers, even the prince froze, disbelief etched on his face. She continued, voice breaking but brave. "You praised what was not mine. You envied what was not real. I let pride consume me. I let vanity lead me into darkness. If you must curse me with truth." She turned then, towards the shrine where a calabash of sacred cleansing water lay. The elders stirred. No one had been granted permission to use it, but something unseen held them still. Omalika knelt. She lifted the water. Her reflection stared up from its surface, perfect, proud, untouchable. She whispered, "I return what I stole." And she poured it over her face. The fall of beauty, the scream that tore through the square was not of pain, but of release. Before their eyes, her flawless skin trembled, shimmered, and cracked. Like clay washed by the first rain, the beauty dissolved. The proud cheekbones faded, the goddess eyes dimmed, the perfect lips dried, and in their place stood Omalisha, the true Omalisha, the once mocked maiden. Plain, human, trembling, her face wet with sacred water and tears. She bowed her head, expecting laughter, unexpecting stones, expecting the return of cruel names, but instead, someone wept. An elder, Elder Mambachu. Then Mama Usuamaka fell to her knees beside her daughter. Then a maiden, one who had once mocked her, covered her face and sobbed. And from the prince himself came a whisper, cracked with emotion. "You showed them beauty, but today you showed us strength." For the first time, Umuokwe saw her, not as envy, not as idol, but as woman. And they wept, not for her lost beauty, but for her found courage. "Your beauty attracted me, but your courage kept me. Please be my wife." The prince begged. Gasps rippled through the crowd. Tears of gratitude filled Omalisha's eyes. She married the prince in a grand style. During the moon festival, an elder declared a new law. From this day, no maiden shall be mocked for her appearance. Every face is a mask of the ancestors. None shall be shamed for its carving. The crowd roared in agreement, and for the first time in its history, Umuokwe saw a festival where no maiden hid behind powder, leaf, oil, or shame. They danced, not to be seen but to feel alive. Moral of the story: don't lose yourself seeking others. Self-worth cannot be borrowed. When you chase validation through others' eyes, you lose your true self.